do you take anything that might be new or different, something that might challenge the status quo, something that might be disruptive to people's beliefs and the way they see the world, and how do you translate it into cultural acceptance? What's that process? By definition, if you're an innovator or a disruptor, you are overstepping by somebody's standard. So that was the question for me, right? How do we tell the story of innovation when that story challenges what everybody currently accepts as truth? This is the challenge we all face, which is disbelief. Because it's one thing to have the breakthrough product or idea, but if you can't get others to connect to it, believe in it, and act on it, well, it doesn't matter how much money you got behind you. Now, a lot of us think, well, let's just present the facts. If we've got the facts, we have the evidence, of course people will believe us. Our common default is to start with the data. The challenge is data is dead. So how do we crack the code on disbelief? What I want to share with you is my work on narrative. How you can think as a narrative strategist to advance your work as product designers and as innovators. Too often, as an innovator or a disruptor, we bring the sledgehammer to the table. We're trying to break people's paradigm because we forget disruption, change, is an assault on people's identities. So the art to this is to talk about the difficult subject in a manner that still leaves people feeling good. This is the power of narrative, which is building the core story that can bring all of your people together around a shared understanding of not only where we're going, but where we're coming from and why it matters. This is one of the most important things to keep in mind as we're inventing the future, that literally every object, every relationship is stored in the mind with a story attached to it. How the heck do we make sense of the future? Well, we better understand the language of narrative. Right? We don't buy the product, we buy the story that's attached to it. But we can't assume that the data is going to tell the story for us. We have to narrate it. This is part of the curse of being an innovator and a disruptor. We got to remember, we got to slow things down. There are so many inventions, breakthroughs, products and services that the world is waiting for. If we could just figure out how to get the story straight. At the heart of this, the DNA source code of all of our interactions, of every product, of every relationship, and of every experience are the stories that we share with each other.